Hello, Matt's Communication. I'm providing you with video feedback so that you'll have this video to reference as you're making the necessary revisions and changes to your paper when you're creating paper 3. So paper 1 is actually the basis for paper 3. It has the 3 essential chapters for any campaign book. So the first chapter is your situation analysis. The second chapter is the research plan, and the third chapter is the campaign plan. Now, in the situation analysis chapter, you analyze your client organization's current situation, and it begins with a description of your client organization's background, mission, and values. The Orlando Union Rescue Mission is 501c3. Well, how do you... I'm not sure exactly how you do this, so it is a 501c3, but let's see how it's formatted exactly, right? 501c3, oh, I did it right. So it is a 501. Is 501c. Three nonprofit organization that has helped to change the lives, right? That's what it is. This is what it is. So in the background, mission, and values section, you answered the big 6 questions about your client. What is it? It's a nonprofit charitable organization that has helped to change the lives of the situationally homeless in Orlando, Florida since 1948. So now we got the when, right? Now where? Where is it located? Now we need to see where's the address, where's the location of this organization. So I don't see an address, so we don't have where answered. We know what it is, we know when, where, who founded it, what group of people or individual found it, why was it founded? It was founded to serve the homeless, using the Word of God to lead individuals to a position of permanent independence, right? We need locations, though, and addresses. What are the locations and addresses? What are these 5 locations? Where are they? The next section is the problem and opportunity statement, and in this section, you explain some problem, obstacle, or issue that is preventing your client from reaching its mission. So in your case, you're focused specifically on their Easter banquet. So what is the problem that is preventing OURM from successfully achieving its mission in terms of planning and executing its Easter banquet? I'm not sure I see that here. How many people is the Easter banquet designed to serve? So what's the problem? And be careful now, because this is not a complete paragraph, right? A complete paragraph has at least 3 sentences. You transition, you have a main point, and then you transition into the paragraph, you have a main point sentence, and then you have a sentence that transitions out of the paragraph. There's a lot of they, this, them. Listen to this sentence. This will enable them to be better prepared. We don't know what this is, and we don't know who they are. So it's not a complete sentence because we have unspecified references to subjects and objects. Be careful doing that. Now, another issue in your paper here would be the overuse of first person. So let's see how many times you used we. 37. We are going to do all of these things. We believe, we think, we feel. Okay, so nowhere do you want to ever say something like we believe or we think or we feel or we hope. That's even worse, right? Amongst is archaic. You don't amongst. Is very archaic. So we have all of those references of we, and then how about our? 60. Uses of our. So you should have maybe 15 first-person references, and you've got about 100. So you're framing your paper when you use this many first-person references. You're framing your paper as like this personal reflection on an idea for a campaign. It's not this campaign is designed to achieve, but we believe, we think, we hope, we feel our campaign, our goal, our messages, our strategies, our research. It's very first person. It's not written in formal guidelines, right? So try to pull yourself out of the paper and write a campaign book, not a reflection or a first-person narration, a stream of consciousness reflection on a potential campaign. So we've gotten through, a lot of your content is good. That's why you don't see too many comments, except for the beginning. Sometimes there's a lot. We've gotten through problem and opportunity. You did a SWOT analysis here, right? The threat, right? Now, when you refer to the mission, you're better off to use OURM, because the mission, sometimes I'm wondering, now, is that talking about your client, or is that talking about your client's mission? So use OURM. Don't just leave it down to mission. I don't think any of your in-text citations are formatted correctly, which is a big problem, right? Secondary research report should describe the results of your research on your target audience, to describe the results of your research on similar campaigns conducted for similar organizations. What were those campaigns' goals, objectives, strategies, and tactics? What were those campaigns' budgets and timelines? What were their publics? And what did you learn from those campaigns that you can use to build your own campaign in a way that's informed on that information? The Orlando Union Rescue Mission is one of the most traditional homeless service providers. What does that mean? One of the most traditional. I don't know what that means. They have been helping individuals get back on their feet. Back on their feet. That's a colloquial expression or a cliche. They do not deal with, okay, what is your... Understand the magnitude, so good. Homelessness. Where did this information come from and in what year? These are not appropriate citations. Florida, okay, in 2014. Can you ask the Orlando Union Rescue Mission for information? So what does this say? In Central Florida specifically, in the counties of Orange, Seminole, and Osceola, the count of the homeless population is at 2074. I guess it's 2074. Well, where's the citation for this? 22% are children. This is not, again, an APA citation. Yes, and this is an important point, right? Many of these families are living in those rent-by-week motels. They are homeless, but they're probably not included in this number. So how many people would that be altogether? How many people does OURM serve? And this is good. You looked at CARE, but what about the Coalition for Homeless? Is probably the biggest local competitor for OURM, is the Coalition for the Homeless, right? That's another local organization. So let's see organizations in Orlando. Who comes up first? So these are all sponsored. The Coalition for the Homeless. So here's the three top ones, right? The Coalition for Homeless, Family Promise, and then the Orlando Rescue Mission, right? So I would look more closely at the Coalition for the Homeless of Central Florida. I bet you'll find a lot of valuable information here that would be better suited for your secondary research. I don't know why we need that. Okay, so this is about your survey, right? Which you probably should have in your primary research report. And certainly these are not APA citations. And this is another 2-sentence paragraph, which is not a complete paragraph. Here's a 1-sentence paragraph for your publics and stakeholders. The campus is not an audience, right? The campus is a geographic location or a piece of property. The Rollins College students, faculty, staff, and the greater Winter Park community members who spend time on campus. So you're only targeting Rollins College students, faculty, and staff. Again, I don't know what this is, but it's certainly not an APA citation. I would urge you to consult with Reverend Jenkins, the Dean for Religious Life at Rollins College, if you want more information about their religious affiliation. And certainly, the Dean for Religious Life at Rollins College would be a valuable contact for the Orlando Union Rescue Mission, right? They're perfectly situated to complement each other. And so you need to use some information here. In order to be capable of measuring the impact of the campaign on the awareness of the community, of the campus community towards the homelessness issue and the work that, wow, this is a wordy, awkward run-on sentence, right? Why are you talking about the campaign and the primary research plan? And maybe you would want to target people who have strong faith-based beliefs. I think you'd be surprised. There's a lot of people on Rollins College campus that have very strong faith-based beliefs. Okay? You don't need to talk about the campaign in your research plan, right? We save that information for the campaign plan. Goals and objectives. The goals are usually informational and persuasive, or motivational. You said they're both motivational. And then later on, it says increasing awareness, which is informational. Very confusing, okay? Any number under 10 is written out. It's not use the numeral. You don't need to explain. Okay, I don't see here any numbers. Okay, to raise $2,000, but if you're using social media, are you using social media? If you're using social media, then don't you think that should, yeah, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Talk about, I thought so, down in the strategies. So what are your objectives for social media? Clearly, if you're using social media to inform individuals of OURM's existence, then one of your goals is to increase awareness. So what happened to the informational goal? Parts of your paper just seem completely disconnected from each other. Where are your objectives for your social media platforms? How many followers? How many post likes? How many Instagram post shares? How many Facebook post comments? What's the goal and the objective for these social media platforms? Your theoretical framework looks pretty good, but I'm not sure what strategies you're going to use in terms of what are the message themes. So based on these theories, what types of messages will be used to inform and persuade people at Rollins College not only about OURM, but also to get them to engage with the content and then to contribute to the campaign? What types of messages are best suited for this target audience on Rollins College campus? What content in the images, what words, what hashtags, what slogans would be effective at appealing to the values and the psychographics of your target audience? Yeah, social media is a powerful tool when used correctly and efficiently. The problem is there are literally billions of social media posts published every day. So your strategies has to explain how your posts are going to stand out in this, ocean of posts. Why is that one drop that you're putting into that ocean going to be effective? What strategy are you using in terms of the content that you'll be publishing that will make it stand out and make it effective? Oh, and you're also creating flyers. What will these flyers say? What kind of images will be on them? What will the call to action be? Same with your emails. Our message's basis is to bring hope to the homeless community. No idea what that means, especially since the message won't be sent to the homeless. They'll be sent to people on Rollins College campus. This message will be what message? I don't understand what you're trying to do here, say. In your tactics, you tell us specifically what message will be posted on on what channel, on what day, and what time. And that leads into your timeline. This campaign will begin, never use these superscript TH and RD and ST, on January 15 and will end on April 15, 2017. Don't ever use these superscript, informal. This is appropriate if you're saying it out loud, but certainly not appropriate for formal writing. Don't do that. So we have January, February, March, April, May. You got, what, 5 months? So every day over those 5 months, what will this campaign do? What content will be posted on what social media platform, on what day, and at what time? What flyers will be posted where in terms of a location? Don't say the Winter Park area or across Park Avenue or all across campus. Where will they be posted? What will they say? Why will they be effective? Your budget, you're keeping the budget low. Printed materials, $500 for print services. Okay, so what are you trying to get? Okay, for the jars, but how many hours a week will it require someone to develop and publish content on the 3 different social media platforms that you specified? You need to go back to your objective, which was what, $2,000? Then you didn't have any objectives for your social media. So this is an issue here. And not just April 1st. This is 2018, actually, isn't it? I put 2017, so you'll need to go back and correct these to 2018. Let's see, the bibliography. So this is your author, right? This is what comes first, National Coalition for the Homeless. Sometimes your author is an organization, and then you would have the date that it was published, which I assume is 2013. Number 4. Right? Well, we've got a lot of work to do on the bibliography as well. I urge you to go through and make the revisions necessary before you submit book paper 3. You're also welcome to meet with me and go over the paper and get those revisions made so that you can be successful in your campaign